Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today we're watching SunnyV2. SunnyV2. Salt Bay's empire starting to collapse. Alright, Salt nigga. Damn. Okay, it's a nigga that was on your meat, bruh. That nigga doing this on your meat. Right? Empire gone. Okay, bet. Let's get into it.
Restaurant closures, rapidly declining reviews, and his lowest growth on Instagram in over 6 years.
Damn.
Things have gone from bad to worse for Salt Bay, which is best observed by looking at each
like, comment, subscribe.
up until this unfavorable point. His first time in hot water came just months after Salt Bay first went viral, occurring when fans scrolled back through his Instagram to find this photo commemorating the life of Fidel Castro in the days after his death. At around the same time, Salt Bay had recently opened a steakhouse in Miami, a city to which approximately 500,000 Cubans had fled to as a result of Castro's leadership. Some people just don't think. To post pics like this and then open a restaurant in Miami. Really? I just called and canceled 2 reservations and told them how I feel about their salt guy and his post. Picture posted a few days after Castro's death. Nice thought, WTF. He should open in Cuba and sprinkle his salt over there. The comments on the post itself echoed a similar sentiment, leading Salt Bay to remove the picture. However, he'd find himself in a similar controversy less than a year later. In September 2018, Salt Bay came under scrutiny once again for providing
fresh clothes,
to the Venezuelan president, who governs a country in which 64% of people have reported losing significant amounts of weight, 11 kilos or 24 pounds on average, amid worsening food shortages. As a Venezuelan, it angers me seeing my president feasting on a meal while me and my family were starving. I cannot believe this video. This guy eating tomahawk steaks or whatever that is, and the people from his country dying of hunger. Food tastes so much better when you know the folks back home are starving. After the Venezuelan president then explained that Salt Bay had personally invited him to the restaurant, protests broke out in front of Salt Bay's Miami restaurant, with one sign reading, "Did you know, Salt Bay, that in the time it took you to wine and dine dictator Maduro with your bloody meat, at least one Venezuelan child died of extreme malnutrition. However, this might not have even been Salt Bay's biggest controversy for the month. Only 8 days after—
Hold on, I'm sorry, hold on. Alright. So why are they blaming Salt Bay? Salt nigga, whatever his name, Salt dude, the Salt dude, for why people are going hungry in Venezuela? That's not, I mean, like, is that where he grew up? I get that's where he grew up, but that's not like, what is your dictator doing? What is your president doing? My fault. What is your president doing? Salt Bay don't owe that country. He don't owe them y'all niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody that comes out of a neighborhood owe you anything. Owe that neighborhood nothing. They did the work. They put the work in and got out of there. You know what I'm saying? They don't owe you nothing. People that go back to their old neighborhoods, and first of all, a lot of these rappers that go back to their old neighborhoods or whatever, where they from, getting killed left and right these days. You know what I'm saying? By their own people that grew up, they supposedly grew up with. So people you don't owe nobody nothing. Now, I mean, so like, I mean, it's a good gesture if you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good gesture, but at the end of the day, nobody owes you nothing.
After these protests, a new article was posted reading, 4 tourists are set on fire at Instagram star Salt Bay's Istanbul restaurant, which had happened as a result of a fire show gone wrong. One of the tourists who'd been set on fire was a Czechoslovakian YouTuber and model named Tina Tresnikova, who suffered burns to more than 35% of her body and can be seen with slight but visible burn scars on her Instagram even till this day. Her 23-minute video on the topic, translating to "the moment that changed my life," is unfortunately spoken in Czechoslovakian without subtitles. However, an article posted a year after the incident stated that Tynes had received no compensation for the mistake and that the restaurant had instead destroyed all evidence related to the incident. Salt Bae did eventually pay out $230,000 in compensation, although not to Tynes for permanently altering her appearance, but rather to 4 mistreated employees in Salt Bae's next big controversy. The 4 employees claimed that Salt Bae was taking 3% from their total tips, which was followed by Salt Bae firing the 4 employees after being confronted about it. As a result, 3%? The employees launched a wrongful termination lawsuit, explaining that their former boss had an authoritarian, dictatorial attitude who doesn't care about local laws. They even suggested Salt Bae likened himself to Tony Montana and humiliated them on occasions in the lawsuit. Yet Salt Bae responded by stating, "I don't get a share of the employees' tips. I've never done that in any of my restaurants. I was not satisfied with the performance of the 4 employees. They didn't match my understanding of work. They weren't as good as I wanted, so I terminated their contract right away." Yet these 4 employees weren't the only ones claiming that they'd been mistreated while working for Salt Bae. A former employee at the Nusret restaurant in London described it as gold from the outside but shit from the inside, whilst another compared the working environment to the Hunger Games, as staff never knew if they'd be fired during a shift, with a third likening the restaurateur to a dictator. Former employee Frank Tefano stated that he was treated poorly as a result of being American, while another former manager explained his world was nothing but Instagram and fame. The sensation was him. He ended up getting this godlike complex.
And this is what y'all did, bro.
Problem with massive art.
This is what y'all did, bro. This is what y'all did. See, when you hype up, you can't hype up to me. You can't hype up niggas like this, bro. You can't. They start feeling themselves. They start doing corny shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna end bad. Not all the time, but it's gonna end bad. Look, great example. Omarion. When that nigga started getting hyped up and shit, they're doing the versus battle against Mario. This nigga eating watermelon on stage, nigga. Y'all remember that shit? And during the versus battle against Mario, Omarion like eating watermelon on stage because a clip of him went viral of him eating watermelon, and bitch was like, "Ooh, this how he." Now his little corny ass was eating watermelon on stage. Thought that shit was sexy. Like no. You know what? I digress.
Works of his one viral moment, and every third Instagram picture being him working out shirtless. It seems Salt Bae is just a bit too full of himself, and while some degree of ego might be necessary for success, he takes it to a whole new level. When interviewed by The Times in 2019, Salt Bae seemed convinced that every kid wanted to be him, stating, "Now everybody wants to be a butcher because of me. Now if you ask a kid, they want to be Salt Bae. They see me as an idol. I'm an inspiration to a lot of people in a very short period of time, also always taking the opportunity to brag about money." Salt Bae had posted an $8,000 bill as well as a different $47,000 bill, yet the picture that really kicked up a stink was the $167,000 bill posted to Salt Bae's Instagram with the title "Quality Never Expensive." The opulent bill mixed with his arrogant description prompted comments such as, "I have eaten in your restaurant, quality is questionable, and I've eaten there, the food was not good," with this sentiment being echoed by countless different people. YouTube channel Google Foods ordered the $2,000 steak before stating this:
"It was not what we expected. For $2,000, I gotta say, I thought it would be way bigger."
Also adding that the $275 tomahawk steak had been cooked incorrectly.
"That was rare even though we ordered medium rare. Now there's nothing wrong with rare steak, but if you order medium rare, you should get what you paid for."
A different YouTuber, UA Eats, who was looking to give a purely objective review, stated that the waiter's performance was fun, yet the quality of the food was no better than any other steak.
First of all, I don't want salt dripping off your arm, nigga.
At 15,200 out of 15,700 restaurants, with its rating of 2.5 stars, making it worse than 96.8% of all other restaurants in the city. The steakhouse features predominantly terrible and one-star reviews, with most complaining about horrible quality, bad service, and so incredibly expensive for such a bad quality of food. This guy was upset after the restaurant charged him 44 British pounds for 4 Red Bulls, bills. However, at least he didn't call the police after finding out the price, which is what happened over in Florida. Whilst eating at Salt Bae Steakhouse in Miami, Dwayne Miranda ordered 2 standard $275 tomahawk steaks, yet he was instead unknowingly presented with 2 golden tomahawk steaks, being charged more than $5,000 for his meal when he eventually got to the counter. We ordered 2 tomahawk steaks and a rack of lamb for the table. When the bill came, we were shocked by the total. They insisted that we ordered the golden option and charged us $1,000 for each.
Fuck
we
no.
absolutely did not order that option. Although we did eat what was brought to the table thinking this was the normal presentation for our order, it was clear that the waiter was trying to take advantage of the situation. After disputing the misunderstanding with management, they decided to involve local law enforcement rather than do the right thing. We paid the disputed $5,000 bill to avoid further conflict, yet this was still minor in comparison to what happened at Salt Bae
I ain't paying
Steakhouse
the
in Boston.
goddamn
After
thing.
opening up on the 18th of September 2020, the restaurant, quote, almost immediately began racking up help.
This is why you should. If something wrong with your food, let them know. You like, hey, I didn't order this shit, or so you gotta let people know that. You know what I'm saying? Let these people know that, or your shit, you can be all fucked up.
Health code violations. City inspectors reported that COVID-19 safety guidelines were being flouted, crowds were not social distancing, 2 fire exits were blocked, permits were not in order, the dishwasher was not running hot enough, and the refrigerators were apparently too cold, leading the government to shut the restaurant down only 1 week after opening. In the meantime, Salt Bae posted this seemingly wholesome family photo to his Instagram, yet this would also end in another wave of criticism. Turkey chef Salt Bae meets mother after 2 years, criticized for not looking after her. It seems Salt Bae was getting loads of backlash in every situation, regardless of whether or not he deserved it.
You don't know his relationship with his mom, guys.
Accidentally dropped a steak. Salt Bae was getting roasted in the comments by people saying that he was going to charge them twice. People simply didn't like him, so when he'd actually do something deplorable in December 2022,
nah, that was
the whole
crazy.
world took
I remember
it as
this
a
one.
chance to completely and utterly destroy him. After Argentina beat France in the World Cup final, Salt Bae waltzed onto the field as if he was everybody's best friend. He pestered Messi for a photo, snatched the World Cup from a baby, and bit down on one of the winner's medals, prompting negative comment after negative comment.
Oh yeah, nigga, I don't know you like that, bro. On my medal? Hell no.
Wrote, Salt Bae was pathetically thirsty to get World Cup selfies and pissed off Argentina in the process. Only a day later, the FIFA president unfollowed Salt Bae on Instagram before launching an investigation into how Salt Bae was allowed on the field, revealing that only the World Cup winners and heads of state are allowed to touch the trophy during the closing ceremony, let alone
that nigga thought that nigga was feeling himself.
The next day, Salt Bae tried to show that he and Messi were friends by posting a video of them together in his steakhouse. However, comments such as old video where Messi made a mistake visiting your restaurant showed that fans definitely weren't buying it. Excluding this video, Salt Bae provided no response to his World Cup behavior until just 1 month ago, when he'd finally talk about the event in a tell-all interview. He stated, "It was a combination of my love of Argentina and my excitement. I love Argentina, I've lived there. I went to support them. Many of the team have come to the restaurant. I didn't feel a stranger, it was a special moment. I can't do anything about the reason I was there, but I would never ever step on the World Cup pitch again. There were 2 billion people watching the World Cup. How many people are speaking about me? 5 billion, the whole world. I didn't go on the pitch with the purpose of advertising. I just felt like it. Then there was a bit of a surprise. There were at least another 1,000 people on the pitch, but when they show the video, they make out it was just me. I never ever wanted to overshadow anything.
Nigga, you went straight to the trophy.
With the possible motive for the explanation being that things haven't been going so well for Salt Bae ever since that day. Just 2 weeks prior to giving that interview, Salt Bae had to close down his self-titled Salt Bae Burger restaurant in New York City, which had gained a reputation for selling $99 gold-flaked milkshakes and a $100 burger wrapped in gold foil. On top of this, it's been reported that Salt Bae Steakhouse in Greece is now receiving a third of the bookings it used to, from 600 per day to approximately 200 per day, while his London steakhouse, which we discussed earlier as having some of the worst reviews in the city, recently announced that they'd be reducing their prices in, quote, what appears to be a desperate bid to entice customers back through its doors. Over the last 6 months, Salt Bae has gained approximately 300,000 followers per month, and while this is still a bafflingly high number for someone who seemingly does very little, this is the lowest growth he's had on social media since first blowing up
that's
in
crazy.
January 2017.
Look, man. Look. When I say this, what I'm about to say, look, I ain't never been popping. I ain't never had no viral moment or nothing. You know what I'm saying? What you see right now, I worked for really, really hard. So, look, when I say this, when you pop off a video and, you know, and you get a big following for it, bro, stay in your lane, bro. Stay where got you there. Yes, you can still, you know, do new things and shit, try to pop out, but nigga, stay in your lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your place. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Once people, because the internet is weird, people like to see wholesome people, you know what I'm saying? They want this fake persona that everybody that goes viral is just some wholesome person that just don't do no wrong, which is not true, bro. It's not true. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta. They think they thought Shaw Bay was this wholesome dude that was just very loving and caring for everybody. Like, dude, the nigga, no, he's not. This dude had a moment where he went viral for making a steak, putting salt on the steak. This is all he did to go viral. And hey, shout out to dude. That shit, that's amazing. I wish I could do that, bro. But look, you know what I'm saying? He capitalized off, opened multiple restaurants. Like, that's crazy. But that doesn't mean he's a perfect person or this great human being. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like my reaction, shoot, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.